Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about SIPs, which a lot of people do, but we are also going to discuss a small tweak that you can make to take your SIP returns to a next level. We will discuss concept of SIPs, then we are going to compare your SIP investments with the lump sum investments, and third, we are going to discuss the key change, the tweak of SIPs that can take your returns to a next level. The concept of SIP is based on the concept of dollar cost averaging. What is dollar cost averaging? Dollar cost averaging is basically when you invest a fixed amount at a regular interval, say monthly, and whatever be the price of the mutual fund or the index, irrespective of that price, you are going to buy it on a pre-decided date. As shown in the table, when we invest a fixed amount at a regular interval, we can see that in March we bought more units when the prices were low, and in May we bought less units when the prices peaked. So how the math plays out? We saw that after 6 months of investing, average cost of unit that we bought of a mutual fund or index is less than the simple average price. Why investors should use SIPs? First advantage, it removes the timing pressure. How it removes the timing pressure? As we all know that timing the markets is next to impossible task for any investors. Also, the timing of your SIP, the schedule that you have decided, will be coinciding with your monthly salary cycle. The second advantage of SIP is that it builds a good habit. Everybody has EMIs for their liabilities. Consider this as the EMI for your future assets. Regardless of the wild price movements in the market, SIP ensures lower average cost price for the units that you have bought, and it gives peace of mind. Every coin has its two sides. Hence, SIPs comes with disadvantages too. SIPs may not outperform lump sum investments. But for a salaried person, it is the only way to participate in the markets. Second disadvantage of SIP is that it does not remove the market risks. And to know more about market risks, I have already created a video that you may check out. Third disadvantage of SIP is that it only works if you stick to it for multiple years. Since there are multiple transactions that we make in this investment, brokers should be chosen wisely, as brokerage costs can add up to your acquiring units. When we compare SIPs with lump sum investments, we have observed that historically, on an average, lump sum outperforms SIP in most of the cases, and it is the best way to invest if you are sitting on a huge amount of cash. The risk associated with lump sum investments is that you are fully exposed if the markets go down. Now comes the best part about this video, the tweak, how to use your SIPs to maximize your returns. But before that, a mandatory disclaimer. I am not a SEBI registered research advisor. This video is for educational purposes and not meant as an investment advice. Please consult your financial advisor before investing in the markets. To find the better way, we have to look at the long-term trends of Nifty 50. As we can see in the figure, there are 10 years of price movement of Nifty 50. Here we can see there are range-bound markets and there are phases of uptrend markets. This happens not only in Nifty 50 but in all of the indices. As we can see, there are 50% of the times when markets are in uptrend, and there is a 50% of the time when the markets are in a range-bound movement. So there are two possibilities. First possibility, you start your SIPs in an uptrend market, or you start your SIPs in a range bound market. I have chosen two scenarios. In first scenario, the market was in an uptrend and then became range bound, which is the case of 2016 to 2018. And the second scenario in which the markets were range bound and then they became uptrend, the scenario from 2022 to 2024. In both the cases, Nifty gave 31% returns. Next, I created a Google Sheet for calculating SIP returns in both the scenarios. Now before I continue and show you the results, I want you to like my content, share my content and subscribe to the channel to support my motive. Here is the result for investing 5,000 per month for 24 months. In first case, where the markets were trending and then became range bound, the returns were 8.2%, which were very much less than the Nifty returns of 31%. And in the second case, where the markets were range bound and then became uptrend, that was the case from 2022 to 2024, the returns of our SIP was 20%, which was near to 31%. Here are the results of investing 5,000 rupees per month for 24 months. In the first case, we got 8.2% and in the second case, we got 20.5%. Now, why such a big difference? Because in the first stage, when the markets were in uptrend, we acquired our SIPs at a higher price. And in the second stage, we got enough time to accumulate our SIP at a lower price and hence the returns are higher on the 2022 to 2024 time. So what is the key takeaway? The key takeaway is when the markets are in panic or there is a range bound market, you should continue your SIPs. We have concluded that starting and continuing SIPs in a range bound market is beneficial for us, getting us higher returns. Now, how to use this piece of knowledge in our favor? As you can see on the screen, we have taken 3 sector indices. Now, how can we use them? I have marked boxes on the chart. As you can see, one or the other indices are in a range bound phase, providing us with a buying opportunity in the SIP format. If you want me to create a strategy and provide you with the simulation results about the previous slide, then please comment down in my comment section and thank you for your time.